Hey y'all, how are you doing? I hope well. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Jacira, and I arrived to this conclusion, or this title is the fact that the addiction is so real, and I don't know if people talk about it enough. This is a game where they make you buy things, Going back to my country, and knowing that I don't have an Hermes shop there, feeling like, oh my goodness, like how am I gonna do? This was one of my concerns. I'm thinking about my sons going to kindergarten. There are amazing kindergartens there, and I cannot wait to show you guys our journey. But it's like I caught myself being worried about there's no Hermes. How am I gonna do this? Like, and then I heard myself think that way, and I was like, girl, are you mad? Are you crazy? Like, there are bigger things going on in the world. Like, there's definitely a crisis going on, and a financial one, and you're worried about if they have an Hermes shop in there. Are you well? On to the next one. And the next point was how entitled you are becoming. And this happened after last week. I spoke with my SA, and I'm worried that my special order will arrive at a time that I won't be in France. Being totally transparent. And I caught myself calling a little bit more than normal. I won't say every day. I caught myself calling her every week to find out if my bag was in. I'm supposed to be calling her all this time. I'm not. Plus, it's not her fault even. So it's like, just, what are you becoming? Like, since when have you been so entitled? It's something that my husband and I have been discussing. I want the overspending. Just for context, I am an engineer. I've been an engineer for almost 9 years. First 8 years, or no, I won't say 8 years. I'll say for the first 7 years of my career, I was just work. I never bought any luxury. Honestly, I don't know why I thought it was unattainable to me. I don't know why I never thought about buying these things, Like, my priorities were first, buy a house, buy a car. Some days I would have a bad day at work. I'm on the Hermes website, and then I'm calling my SA saying, oh, I want this, I want the bracelet. Jacira, where are you going with all this spending? Like, must you have everything? Yes. But I don't necessarily have to. I don't. Another point is the fact that heartache can occur as well. Poor experience that I had in Paris at George V's boutique. I'm gonna be honest, like, it moved me to Flores to make a video. Like, it affected me, it impacted me, and it made me like a little less, girl, relax with the Hermes journey, whatever the case may be. It's an accountability moment that I realized, and it has to do with how it makes you or me feel, is how you can become emotionally bankrupt with the games, with the, oh, it's not here this week, me pissed off, was the fact that my essay was like, oh, Jacira, your bag should be here in September, in July. And then when I spoke to her last week, and she said, okay, Jacira, I'm not sure about July, maybe August. And I'm moving in August, end of August. And she's like, oh yeah, end of August with the bag. And I was like, girl, stop freaking playing with me. I made myself a promise that I won't be calling back. At this point, I cannot afford not to be saying I'm moving. I have a young child, I have a job, I have a handover to prepare. I can do this, okay? I'm gonna just stop right for me. And my husband helped me write it down, and it was thinking or having in your mind that SAs are friends. And I think my SA, she's like in a senior position at this point in the boutique. She has access to things and whatnot. We get really well, we get along really well. Like, it's her job to do this because I'm a client, right? And so she has to provide, the customer service. I have to be happy. I have to always continue coming back. This is how the business works. And it's crazy because I work in a business, well, not similar, but customers come to me to get feedback, as an engineer, I have to provide my expertise. So it's the same way, and sometimes it's for us, clients to realize, okay, it's their job. And if they're really good, then they're doing their job, and they know that the client has the funds, the coin basically. And this is why they have to provide the good service. What is the takeaway from all of this? Yeah, important for us girls and boys to hold ourselves accountable when it comes to these journeys, because it requires, for example, right now we are in the middle of a crisis, and it's very important to realize that big companies like Hermes just made, I don't know how much money they made. but I just saw on the news here in France, well, not here in France, but I saw when I was in France, I saw on the news that they got #1 for probably the best company like financially, and how much they develop their staff and everything. Like, they're doing their work. They do their really good work, and we are as fans of the brand are doing a great work paying for it. Luxury can be dangerous, and quite frankly, I won't say worried, but I want to be careful with what I portray or what I bring over here to the internet, because kids will be watching me, and I don't want to be too materialistic, you know, like, because I'm not, you know, like, I love a bag, I love some jewelry, I love the stuff, but it's like, I also want to be providing value here, and I hope I am, sincerely hope I am bringing value to you guys, but I have to re-educate myself also financially, because like I said, you know, I didn't even think that I was worthy of having these things, and it's crazy to be saying it out loud, but this is how really I felt a few years back, you know, before doing research, before learning, before understanding and allowing myself to experience these great things. You know, I've always traveled. I've always allowed myself to travel, to go eat at amazing restaurants. This is what I do. I love traveling. I love languages. I love speaking languages. By the grace of God, I have one of those brains that, like, I'm able to learn fast languages. And I want to, and now I'm like, I've always been interested in fashion and luxury, but like, I never thought that I could afford it. Even when I did, y'all, like, the money was just sitting there, and I wasn't applying on anything. Well, I was applying on other things, but like not spending on me, which is totally crazy, because it's like, at least for me as a Black woman, and I don't know if it's something that has been indoctrinated in us, you're self-represented in that way online. And when I did start seeing it, I was like, oh my goodness, like, why aren't I on this level? I always wanted to be that girl. Like, I always wanted to be that girl, but like, for whatever reason, I never thought I could be. I don't know, y'all. Like, this is another day's conversation. Let me know in the comments if that would be even an interesting topic to talk about. Like, this journey, luxury journeys, really can be so dangerous, and we can really lose ourselves and like bring ourselves financial trouble to us or our families. You know, like, some marriages have been broken. I've seen marriages be broken due to lack of communication within the relationship about finances, or lack of openness, or, you know, like, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for myself, but girl, like, let me not come over here and act like I'm not gonna be continue shopping at Hermes. I will, but probably less. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, you know, this video. Always, guys, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this family, this positive community, and I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. Bye.